Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about Kailash Mountain. So today I'm going to talk about some things that not too many people know about, but you're going to know about them by the end of this video. So secrets about Kailash Mountain. So I was looking on YouTube and I found a video on YouTube where it has a Google satellite map view of the top of Kailash Mountain and the area around it. So I'm going to utilize this video to show you basically, thanks to the creator of this video, I'm going to use this video to show you exactly what is important to know about, some of the things that are important to know about that area around Kailash Mountain, okay? So these are some secrets of creation, but I think that, it's important for people to know the importance of that area, the importance of Kailash Mountain, and the importance of these things and how it comes into, for example, the story of an avatar. Okay, so looking at Kailash Mountain, we're going to move over now. We're going to look at my television on which I have the video open, and we're going to look at it right now, and I'm going to explain to you what we're looking at. Okay, let's do that. And thanks for joining me on this journey, and I hope you learn a lot through this video, and that's interesting for you. And if you are interested in these things and you think other people are interested in them, please do. I invite you to like, subscribe, share if you're interested in what you're about to learn. So let's jump right into it. All right, give me a sec. So we're coming in here. Sorry for the close up while I moved. Right. So this is the top of Kailash Mountain. Okay, so right here, there you go, right there. That's Kailash Mountain. Okay, so let's take a look at at what we have around here first. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to step back for a second. Okay, and you're going to look at this area, and this is the aerial view of Kailash Mountain. So I'm going to share some knowledge of the gods with you today. If you made it this far in this video, good for you. You're going to get some knowledge of the gods. Okay. So the knowledge of the gods today is that this is actually where the spine of creation is. So this here, going up here, this is the spine of the world, the spine of creation. It's known as that, and it was known by, it's known as by the gods as the spine of creation. Okay, when you look at Kailash Mountain here, you see there's two veins here, two connecting roots that basically come into the world, into creation, into the spine, right? Into the body of the world, of creation, okay? And what Kailash is the operating nerve of creation, okay? The nerve central of creation, okay? Of the world and creation. So basically, look at it like the operating network hub node, where the energy and the calculations basically is coming from, where the direction, the information node of creation. Okay, and that's coming through, and it's connected to creation here. So visualize normally in a normal time, this is basically you got green energy coming in and out basically of the node. So you have what's coming in and what's coming out basically, and this is directing like a computer. Basically the computer basically is directing basically creation. It's information knowledge node, basically. Look at it that way. Okay, so basically in a normal time. Now this is actually a machine that can be activated as well. So what you visualize, the green here can basically be made to overload to red as well. So we maybe don't want to do that. Okay. So very important to protect this area, but it should also be open to the public and to tourists because it's very part of our lives, but it's important to be respected, and that everybody is very respectful when they're there. What else do we see here? Okay, we see the sign of Shiva. So this is the sign of Shiva going up like that, going like this. That's known as the sign of Shiva. Okay, you see there's two here. Okay, this is the commander, but here you have the big one here. So this is almost like the hat, if you want to see it that way, above the being here. So here you see a face, an eye here, an eye here, an eye here, okay? The mouth going like that, right? With underneath like that, a face, almost like a face wearing a sombrero, if you want to look at it that way. But what you see here is you see tentacles coming down, okay? Tentacles coming in. Okay, and this is the squid god. This is Shiva. Okay, this is the ultimate form. Okay, this is the form that plugs into the system directly, okay, and is directly plugged into the command system, into the command network, okay, of creation, basically. And you'll see some of the tentacles go here and go towards the node here and all that stuff, right, coming through directly into the node and all these things. So this is the form of Shiva that plugs into everything. It's also the form that's represented in his avatar by his power of the avatar to basically plug directly into the minds, into the beings of different beings, right? And basically to help direct the flow of creation, right? The ability to do miracles comes from that, right? Redirecting people in their story, right? To do miracles, the ability of God to do miracles, the ability also of overpowering force. So it's very scary in that way as well. You know, it's a little bit scary, that form of Shiva, the ultimate form, because it's the form that's plugged right into the system and can plug right into everyone by basically connecting with the energy of God that goes into everybody and putting information signals into that energy of God, right? That can basically send you on missions, if you want to see it that way. So some people would be a little bit pissed off being sent on a mission by God. Some people would be like, oh, if God has to send me on a mission, well, God has to send me on a mission, right? So it's basically plugged into the system, plugged into the neural system, you know, and it's that form of God right there, okay, the basically known as the squid, okay, which some people are a little bit concerned about because it's a bit of a scary form of God, because it's also the form that can overload someone, right, and take control of someone, right, you know, so the form that could technically, you know, if it wanted, basically remove free will from people, you know, the form of God that allows free will also in that sense, because it does not remove, you know. So basically a God to be respected, you know, as God should be. And we can see here that you see basically visualizations within the area around Kailash and within Kailash of the different functionalities of the system, of the computer, of the system in which we exist, different manifestations physically within the structure of the manifestations of the physical parameters of creation and the different operating systems and how they operate. Okay, so this is knowledge of the gods that you're getting right now. You know, not many people know these things, that this is the spine of creation that you can see coming up here, right? That this is the sun, the commander, that this is basically the squid, right? The squid god, right? That everybody kind of fears in many ways because he's plugged right into the system, you know, so he can basically program anything into the system and program anything into anyone, you know, so it's that feared aspect that he can take over the free will of someone, right? So, you know, but we have to trust that God, you know, and that functionality of him, you know, that we see there, you know, is there for a greater purpose than basically removing our rights, removing our freedoms, removing our individual beings. And even though he does have overwhelming penetrating force, and sometimes he does come to people, you know, we have to trust that God is there with a message of peace and love and happiness for all of us, you know, and as he created us and gave us this life, that he wishes the betterment of that life for all of us forever, and an eternal life for all that are good and happy and prosper, you know. So you know, we really want, you know, a peaceful life for all, and we want God to be peaceful as well. So let's be peaceful and happy with God, treat God well, have a place for God within our lives, you know, allow God his place as he allows us our place, and together we can all move towards that place where we can all say one day we're friends, you know. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. So some secrets of creation, some truths of creation, knowledge of the gods shared with you today. All right, so I hope you liked this video. And if you did like this video, please subscribe, please like, please share. And thanks again for listening to this video on the Zenwara channel.